All right, King Addikt Slim, thank you for coming through. We appreciate you for being on 2901 Productions and 48 Media, my absolute grind. Just want to take the opportunity to get to know you a little bit better, just find out things about you. We know that you are a producer. So tell us, how did you first get into producing music?
Well, I actually, I always loved music, but I met this guy in one of my jobs who actually became my publisher. It took about maybe a year or so of back and forth talking. We were kind of talking about music. Then after that, he told me what he did. So I sent him some music over. Maybe about a month or two later, he hit me back, offered me a contract. So we went from there. The contract led to production for VH1, MTV, Speed Channel for Basketball Wives, third season, fourth season, reunion episodes. And then, after that, we just kind of stayed in contract working with another artist down in Arizona by the name of Atlas. The mixtape was produced by Static Select. Shout out to Static Select and Atlas. After that, we kind of just kept things moving.
Like, when did you first start? Like, what was the year? Like, what was that time frame?
It was about 2009, 2010.
Do you remember the first track you ever made?
Oh yeah, my very first track was called Jungle Hunt, titled after Atari 2600. That's crazy, right? So and that track was featured in VH1.
That's what's up. I remember that game.
Yeah.
All right. Do you think there's a difference between being a producer and a beat maker?
There is. A producer has more involvement when it comes to writing, the song, the verses, the actual orchestration of the song itself, and they put more thought. They give the constructive criticism to the artist. Beat makers, they just basically go in and they just make a beat. They just add sounds or whatever. They're not really having too much involvement with the artist itself.
How would you describe your sound when you produce for an artist?
Sometimes it can sound like most of the other producers out here and some of the big names. Sometimes it get off the wall.
Who or what inspired you to even go that route when it comes to music or producing music?
I have to say Timbaland. Timbaland back in the days, I hear a lot of his music and stuff like that. And then, when I started doing it myself, I started listening to him a lot bit more. And then, you had Swiss Beats come up. You had a lot of them. Then you had a lot of producers from Atlanta, Manny Dupree, a whole bunch of K.A.S.
What's the difference between, because I remember you said you did some television, you also do, for actual artists. Mm-hmm. What's the difference between producing for television and producing for an artist?
But mostly with television, they don't want any ad-libs in it. They just want instrumentals. And sometimes the instrumentals can run from 20 seconds to up to a minute. It all depends on the scene selection. And I guess with artists, they're looking for a certain sound, or they're looking for a certain kind of vibe or feel according to whatever they're trying to present to, the audience and people out there.
It's one of your inspirations.
Yeah.
Give me a top 5 producer list for you.
Ooh, Dr. Dre, of course, number 1. Number 2, I have to say...
Doesn't have to be an order.
Okay, I got you. All right, with Timbaland, I'd say Swiss Beats, of course, Manny Dupree. I have to go with Knox the Ruler. And that's a tough one. I mean, Pimp C was a dope producer. A lot of people don't know he did his production.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
All right, so if your phone was to ring right now and a major artist was on the other end and asked you to produce a track for them, would you do it? Would you want to do it? Why would you not? Why would you want to?
I mean, I probably want to do it, but of course, I want. If I'm doing it, it's my team doing it. Studio Addikt Entertainment. Shouts out to Addikt X 101. It's a team thing.
Give me 3 artists you would love to work with.
Right now, I'd probably say I want to work with Luda. Probably Kendrick Lamar, and I even go old school. I'd rather work with Bone Thugs and Harmony.
How do you feel about was it Crazy Bone?
I mean, that was
and his beef with 21 Savage.
He was lazy.
Well, I mean, the thing about it is, you know, a lot of the up and coming artists, you know, should show homage and respect to the older artists that, you know, that paved the way for them. So I feel like, you know, if anything, you should bring him up on his wings and try to teach him and coach him, you know, in this game. Because even though you may know it, but it's still a whole nother side that they're not familiar with.
So have you always been in production, or have you ever been on the mic?
I tried the mic one time. I tried the mic for about a couple of months, but I realized it wasn't for me. I left it and I went straight to production.
Why was it not for you?
I mean, the writing part, it wasn't hard, but I feel more involved with actual production itself. Once I got the hands on and started learning, it was like, okay, I'd rather do this than versus getting on the mic.
What current projects are you working on?
Right now we're working on Chosen Ones project. We're working on 101's project. We got a couple of different DJ associate parties. I'm sorry, that we'll be doing soon. So that's about it right now.
Are you producing whole albums for them, or?
Yeah,
okay.
With the whole album.
So if someone wanted to get in contact with you right now, how would they go about getting in contact with you?
You can find me on IG at king_addict_slim.
So, what do you see Studio Addikt Entertainment 5 years from now?
Oh, we on top. We working with everybody. I see that 5 years from now. I see that within this year.
We appreciate you for doing this interview.
Appreciate y'all having me. Shouts out to 2901 Studio Addikt Entertainment, all my peoples in the A, and all from all nationwide. What's good? This is King Addict Slim, and this is my absolute grind.
Drop that shit.